going on, everybody? It's been a long time. It's been a long time, everybody. Give me a second. See if I get some of you guys in the chat. See if some of you guys get the notifications. See what's going on, everybody. Come in the chat. It's been a long time since I heard from you guys. Come on, let's get some updates. Oh, damn, I got likes before someone even viewing. What's going on? Happy January. It's been a long time since I did a live since about last year. So I want to talk to some of you guys. First thing, if you got whoever's in the chat right now, if you don't have me on Boost in Motion on IG, on Boost in Motion IG, you gotta add me now because I don't go on YouTube live enough, but I go live on Instagram at least maybe 3 to 4 times a month. So if you want guys that want to ask me direct questions, definitely add me at Boost in Motion on my IG. But anyways, shout out to Mouse 15, Steez 02, Snatch Forehead was good, Lauren, how are you? Kevin, what's going on, everybody? All right, let me see if I get like 30 people in the chat before I start answering questions, because this is why I go live to answer questions for you guys. Have you ever thought about getting a limited slip differential at COG? Yes, I would love to get a limited slip differential. Even though I believe it's definitely a better benefit for the RWD guys because you guys have an open diff. I have an open diff, but at least I'm all-wheel drive. So the ABS pretty much jumps in and kind of like modulates the brakes so I can gain traction. You guys are just screwed when you send it. So definitely look into the diffs. There's only 2 diffs on the market. Z1 Motorsports and AMS's Wave Strike, I believe. Not really their own diff, but the company they work with. So, but they're expensive pieces. I believe about $1,100 to $1,700. I don't see the cost benefit for me right now because that's a heavy price to pay just for a diff. And it's not like the diff is something like a diff is really used for everyday use. You know, turning, braking, pretty much that's a good performance bargain. But I just want to go fast in a straight line, so a diff's not gonna really help me that much. Let me see. Just followed your IG. I am Yo Boy Slutty. Dude, really? Your name is Yo Boy Slutty on IG? But shout out to everyone who's watching. If you got questions, this is a time that you want to ask me a question. You just put it in. Like, I'm here. You know? But also, before I start answering questions, yo, guys, get them likes up. It's 23 of you guys watching. All you guys should just hit the like button. That helps me out right now. And if you guys watch my videos, always hit the like button. Because this stuff ain't this is basically free for you guys to watch, but I took time out my day to try my best to answer you guys questions, especially when you guys ask me so much questions on IG. Wow. But anyways, let me see who else he said. Quentin said, hello from Seattle. What's going on, bro? Just turbo my 2013 IPL. Great channel, thank you. Quentin, thank you, man. I appreciate that. You turboed your IPL. Is it stick shift or is it auto? Because you know if it's auto, that trans gonna have to get a level 10 transmission built soon. Or if you're manual, you just gotta go with a heavier clutch. Kevin, how much of a pain is it to switch out the front grille? Any way to do it without unbolting any bumpers? No. I'm pretty slim. I mean, I'm 170, 6'1", which is pretty slim, but no, because even if you take off the top engine shroud, there's little bolts that you literally can't get your hand to. I know this because I tried. I just could not get my hand to it. It's not enough room. So you're gonna have to take off the bumper. Use my video about the grill and everything. It's easy to take off the bumper, bro. You don't even have to jack up the car. It's easy to get it done. I thought it would be a lot harder and more labor intensive than it really is. Once I got the bumper off, I was like, wow. And the second time I did it, I did it in half the time. So definitely just try to take off the bumper if you want to change out the grill. Okay, Richie says, what's more worth it? Blow-off valves or cold air intake? Well, you got to remember, Richie, that's 2 different things. One's a cold air intake. It depends on what intake you're using. I don't know if you're talking for 3.7 or 3.0, but blow valves is just pretty much a security measure, I would say. It just relieves the excess PSI whenever the throttle body's closed. So it's pretty much it's supposed to save your turbos over time. Even though AMS and a few other companies say they don't really care about it, blow valves are still a good thing because our cars don't have any diverter valve or blow valves stock. Period. The cold air intake, if you have a 3.7 like the Takeda intakes, you're not really gonna gain much power. You might not even feel anything on a butt dyno. That stuff is really good for whenever you get a tune. The same thing with AMS intakes, because based on their dynoing, they have stated that you gain most of your power above 4,000 RPM. But it's very subjective. But I did notice a difference when I was on JB4 and when I was stock. So, well, at least on stock map 0. So I wouldn't know what to tell you, bro, to go with which one. But go with I would say go with the intakes because that's adds to the power of whatever you want to add more into your car. Blower valves is just for noise, unless you have the car pre-owned. Pre-owned. It's not like a lease. Because if it's a lease, don't put no blower valves in your car. That's $600 that you can't get back. Snatch 4 had any long-term issues with the long MEGEN racing and downpipes. At this moment, I've been with the MEGEN downpipes for probably about a year. I haven't had any issues yet. The Q50 Q60 community on Facebook, a lot of people purchased them, and I haven't heard any issues yet. Because when things break, everyone goes right to there and says this part is crap. So at this current moment, I haven't had any issues with MEGEN lower downpipes for 3.0T. The MEGEN test pipes for the 3.7 though are trash. Okay, MEGEN test pipes for the 3.7 are complete trash. Do not get them. Stay away from the test pipes for the 3.7 on the MEGEN. Okay. Cog said, at what point should you start upgrading your Transition 3.0T power wise? Hopefully I worded it correctly. Nah, you worded it correctly, bro. From the pretty much from the Q60 Q50 group and also a few others in the Q50 Tech group, because I'm not there on these guys' power levels. Shout out to Vincent, Derek, Enthusiast POV, Romero, and a few other people who just Sean, Lodi Lord. These guys have the information. They've been through it. They understand. And shout out to AMS, RT Tuning, and other performance shops. From what they're stating, this transmission is not really a horsepower thing, guys. It's not a horsepower thing. It's an amount of torque thing, because torque is what pretty much kills motors and kills transmissions. Right around, they seem that from what they're stating, it's right around that 600 pounds of torque mark. So if you ever notice, no one's really pushing over 600 pounds of torque yet. But from what AMS, RT Tuning, and a few other tuners I saw in the market when they spoke about, it seems like the transmission starts running into issues right around 550 to 600 pounds of torque. But that's, I would assume, through aggressive launching at the track and going to an actual circuit track maybe. But as of right now, right around 550, 600. That's when they say you should start building it. But no one has really blown their transmission yet. At least I haven't heard anyone who blown their transmission on the 3.0T yet. All right. Let me see. Give me a second, guys. Boost man, what's going on, Nick? Marlon says, is it possible to tune your Q50 without voiding your warranty? Marlon Payne, of course you could tune your car all you want, bro. You could tune your car all you want. It don't matter if it's financed or leased. You can do whatever you want. But understand, if it breaks, and you do take it into the dealer with a few, let's say, parts such as intakes, exhaust, blower valves. All right, I'm just saying, some people don't like what I'm saying. I might have Infinity watching, but if you leave the parts on, they're gonna try to see what else is more on the car. They're like, well, all these parts are here. Well, we know that people tune these cars. Let's just check the ROM of the car. They're gonna check the ROM and see that someone flashed it. Then if it's really up to them, they could say no. Someone modified this car based on firmware or software, and also you modified the car because all these parts are here. So use that with your discretion as you want to. You gotta understand that, okay? So they can void your warranty. Okay, if it's a lease, it's their car. They can do it. Daniel, if you're planning to do big power platform on the Q50 Q60, would it be better to go with a rear-wheel drive? And how much horsepower can an all-wheel drive model hold to stock trans? Like I said, Daniel, a little earlier, from what other people have done, AMS, RT tuning, and people who do this on a daily, this is their jobs and their careers, and pretty much it seems like a lot of people go to a level 10 transmission right around 550, 600 ish pounds of torque. Anything higher than that, that's when they start going into, hey, I need to get a level 10 transmission. That's from what I've noticed, from what people have spoken about. And would it be better to go with a rear drive? Well, if you like dig racing or doing anything from stoplights, you know, some people like to be. You can't be a baby GTR at a stoplight rear drive. I just gotta say it like that. That's it. Sorry, that's it. But if you wanted to get into roll racing, I would say that the RWD would be better. But if you're a stoplight guy, you just want something daily drive that you can daily drive, the all-wheel drive would always be the best bet because you can put the power down a lot better. Dora 615, bro, have a meetup in Nashville. I want to. I'm not gonna have a meetup in Nashville. I want to go to Dallas because that's where Enthusiast POV is. I was trying to go to Texas 2K this year, but money. It is like I have a regular day job. It's not like I'm not like other YouTubers who this is what they do on a daily. They can just pump out videos. I got a regular day job, bro. Like I got 9 to 5. And even taking the time out to make this video, I've been meaning to make a video for you guys on just answering you guys' questions because most of my people who watch me on IG, Boosted Motion on my IG, I go live that maybe like once a week or once every 2 weeks. Here I go like once a month. So, but I want to make a meetup in Dallas. In Dallas because that's where Enthusiast POV is, and we're gonna set up something as a group, and hopefully you guys come out. Probably like a Saturday or Sunday or something like that. I'll probably be down there for a few days too, visiting him because that's my boy. But also when my channel creates more revenue, then I can go places, and you know, because I get the money from the revenue and I can go places. But as of right now, I'm still a very small YouTube channel, so it costs money, guys. Some of you guys want me to get a red differential, a LSD. I can't get it because my channel's not making enough revenue. I'm still small, you know. Maybe when I'm bigger and more views, then yeah. John Gonzalez, keep up the good shit. Just got my R. Okay, cool. Okay, well, I'm dialing in. Front Strut Tower 2014. Is it worth it? Wait, hold on. What? You said RSL coilovers in mind. Still dialing it in. Looking for front Strut Tower or Strut Tower. I assume brace or okay. For 20, is it worth it? I mean, they're relatively cheap, John. I already got the MEGEN front strut bar, and I don't like the quality of how it's built, but I believe it's the most sturdiest because I had the Tanambi one. The black brackets are very cheap and flimsy, and it just feels like it's gonna fall apart. Then I had the Cusco. Is it Cusco? 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 Strut bar. It looks really nice, but you can bend the bar by hand. I had a video with it before, but I ended up deleting that video. I had all three in the video. I'm an idiot for doing that. But I would only purchase this Nami because it's the sturdiest one, even though I don't like the way the brackets are designed. Anyone in the chat, if you're watching, or everyone watching right now, hit the like button. Help me out, guys. Like, just, it's 43 of you guys. Hit the like button. Come on, get them likes up. Hit them likes up. I'm gonna get to your questions. Come on. Okay, Alan rebuilds, great channel, bro. Appreciate that. Hayes, what's going on, Hayes? How are you, bro? That call is sexy. Are you done with visual mods? At this current moment, I'm not done with visual mods. I'm never gonna be done with visual mods. It's just that I'm still in my performance thing right now. So the next amount of money that I'm gonna put into this car was gonna be to my drag setup. That's the 2 rear wheels and maybe some NT05s. So that's my next amount of money is going. But I would love to get like a vented carbon fiber hood. Maybe like a red deck window spoiler. I wanted to get that. Maybe I already have carbon fiber window caps. I would love to get the fenders too. Fenders are gorgeous. Like the fenders that what's his name? You guys know what I'm talking about. Fresh Kicks. His freaking Q50 sexy. Like, I would love to put those carbon fiber bits, but those will be like mainly my visual modifications and a rear diffuser too. Like I'll probably do a rear diffuser soon because I've seen the prices come down like right around $200 with the third brake light. So $200-300. So I'll probably do a rear diffuser in the next 6 months if I get more money. But yeah, that would probably be my next visual mod. All right. Let me continue to go. Island Lake Jewelry. 2015 3.7. Is it worth adding a turbo or should I just buy a 3.0T? This is one of the most common questions I get. Should you trade in your 3.7 for a 3.0T? And on all the lives, I always say this thing. One car wasn't built to be turboed, and one car was built to have a turbo. So you can always throw a turbo on your 3.7, find a good tuner, a few custom work that you got to get done and everything. 100% makes sense, right? But here's the thing, you're going to run into oiling issues. You're going to run into cooling issues. Your transmission is going to start slipping because it wasn't built to have that much amount of torque being applied to it. You may run into other issues where the drive shaft, the carrier bearing might start going. The rear diff might not be able to handle the amount of torque. So my honest opinion is, because I never turboed an NA car yet, but I've been around people who have done it, is just go to the platform that has a turbo already. So yes, you should just trade in your 3.7 for a 3.0T. But for the people who are watching, because I've had both platforms, and I had a 3.7, 3.5, and 3.0. I'm talking about NAs for a long time in my life, but now this is my first turbo car. Is you got to know what you're getting into. So understand that with a 3.7, your reliability is going to be really high because you don't really have to change out much parts. But when you go to this 3.0T, understand that if you're going to have this for the next 3-4 years and you do a lot of miles, turbos can go out at higher mileage because that's just the way cars are designed now. They're not designing turbos to last 200,000 miles. They're designing it with the cheapest amount of parts possible. And depending on how much heat cycles they go through and maybe how much you beat on the car, they go. And it's going to be costly. It's going to be expensive. So that's my warning to you guys who want to go to the 3.0T realm. You could look into like a third-party warranty, but if you're gonna get a third-party warranty, well, get an extended warranty from the factory because one of my friends have run into a lot of big issues with his third-party warranty for his Mustang 5.0, and a few other people actually ran into this issue. And these warranty companies outside the dealer do not want to cover anything. Like they'll probably cover like the stereo. That's it. But when it comes to, let's say, your motor and trans, they're like, well, you didn't get the oil change at this dealership at this interval, so void warranty. So that's my recommendation. Just go with a car that's turbo already. For the guys who watching, hit them likes. Hit them likes. 42 people only got 29 likes. Come on, guys. Let the viewers match the likes. Help me out. Christopher, well, Snatch Forehead message got retracted. Christopher says, I'm here. What's going on? Shante Dong, how much is an AMS tune? AMS is charging, I think, between $1,400 to $1,700 for their tune now. That's actually quite expensive. You can always go with other tuners that are out there. They're getting more plentiful. Shout out to AWM or AMW Tuning. Hussein runs that out of Dallas, Texas, or Houston, Texas. Shout out to B Tune Performance. That's Brandon. He owns that, and that's Florida. We also got Monsef from Admin Tuning. He's getting more used to the platform, so I believe he's going to be really good in the next few years. You also got RT Tuning in Pennsylvania, and you have a few other people out there. I know there's other people out there. I just don't know the names right now. I'm sorry if you guys will probably comment below or comment in the comment section for people who want to know the answer. But these other companies are either newer to the market or been out forever, and they know the Q50s in and out. Okay. So that's my recommendation when it comes to those different tuners. AMS, yes, they work with Infinity, but they charge a premium because of AMS. So yeah. Question. Daryl, I think I've seen your car a while back in Queens. Well, at Daryl, there's a few people who have blue Iridium Q50s. Mine has wet sports, so my wheels aren't really that. They're pretty much discontinued. So you kind of know it's my car, but there's a few good amount of people with the blue Iridium in Queens, and I bump into them. I'm like, well, that's a nice blue Iridium. But shout out to you, bro. Alex, do you know a good burble tune for 3.0? At Alex, it depends on your tuner. If you want to get a burble tune, just ask your tuner to give you a burble tune, and he'll do it. Just understand that you'll get two responses. Both ways they're gonna do it. But one response is they're gonna say is you're gonna need an exhaust, a proper exhaust. You need the lower downpipes and maybe a full exhaust, or maybe at least a muffler delete with lower downpipes. Or two, some are gonna tell you to go full catless. Do not go full catless. Do at the most you can. I would recommend doing if you wanna. I don't even think you should do burble tune, but people like it. So yes, just get the burble tune, but just don't go full catless. Just do lower downpipes and exhaust. I don't want you to hurt your turbos, okay? Um, Ricardo, let us know with time when you're planning to come to Dallas. All right, got you, bro. I'm gonna make sure this year I'm gonna be on point when it comes to letting you guys know where I'm going to next. What does a strut bar do? Pretty much, you have two strut tower. This you have your wheel, your two front wheels, right? This is one wheel. This is one the next wheel. When you hit a pothole, the wheel goes up and down like this, right? And depending on the shock and rebound, it makes your car gets unsettled. When you have a strut bar, it actually tightens up that whole front end. So it bolts up to one strut tower and the next strut tower. So whenever you get hit with certain forces on this one corner of the car, it doesn't flex the body of the car too much, and it makes the front end a lot tighter. I don't know how to explain it good enough on video. I'm sorry, I'm only using my hands here, but it just tightens up the front end so that the car won't flex as much in the front in corners and certain bumps and certain things that you hit in the road. What type of suspension are you running? At Terrell, I am running BC Racing coilovers. I'm currently, at this moment, I have 20K in the front and 12K in the rear. I used to have 24K in the front and 20 in the rear, but it was way too stiff. I was insane. So I went back to 12K in the rear and 20K in the front. Okay, Enthusiast POV. What's going on, brother? Shout out to Enthusiast POV. That's my brother, formerly known as Midwest Hoonigan. Now he's down in Dallas, Texas. Damn, bro. I gotta come down there and hang out with you. But definitely go check out his channel. He's the one with the silver Q60 Red Sport. Everyone go give him some love, man. He was one of the innovators out here, and he's probably one of the reasons why I'm tuned now. Just saying. Quentin, smash that like button. You're right. Scorpio Retro, the least video you did for $300 a month was on a Luxe model or a Q50X. When I did the $400 one, that was on a 2015 3.7. That was 2015 3.7 S. So that was back in the day. But you can get a Luxe for about $330 a month, like 2020. But it may not have nothing in it. You might just have the wheels, and the seats. But now you could get it for pretty cheap. Let me see what you have here. Christopher says I have a 3.0T premium non-sport with sport bumper fit apples to apples. Will the sport bumper fit apples to apples? Yeah. It's not that hard to whenever right now you go on eBay. I hate to use eBay as a source, but their replicas are really good. You can buy a sport front end right now. The headlights fit. The grills are different though, and most of these sport bumpers you buy on eBay, they come with the grill, the bottom fog light inserts already. The fog lights and turn signals should just swap right over, from what I know. Those are interchangeable, but the bumper and the grill are different. Everything else bolts right up. Okay. COG, probably one of the best Q&A I've seen. Answers every question in a super simple answer, yet very detailed. You are underrated, Boost. Keep it up. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that, COG. I try my best. I don't know if you already have me on Boost Motion IG. That's when I answer all the questions as best as I can. And for the people that are watching too, I don't know everything, but I do give the information that I do know and or that I have experience. So there's instances I really don't have to. Because some of you guys would ask me some stuff, and I just be like, I don't know. I'm sorry. Snatch forehead. Christopher, okay, no, all right. Stefan says, for 3.7 overdrive, would you recommend a core intake or drop-in filters? And from your choice, what brand and what type? Oh, that's a pretty detailed question. From all the coilover intakes I used to have back in the day, for the 3.7, I'm still a fan of Takeda's intakes because it's enclosed. They're kind of expensive, but I like the enclosed intakes because it makes sense. You want the coolest air to get into the motor. Two, drop-in filters are pretty cool, but I don't like some of them have oil in them. They have like they're oil saturated. Whenever you put these oily filters in your car, guess what happens? That oil gets to your mass airflows, and it could damage your mass airflows over time. So I wouldn't recommend dropping air filters unless they are dry drop air filters. They'll say it in somewhere in the instructions or listing or something like that they're dry. But at the end of the day, drop-in filters are not you're not really going to gain much power for drop-in filters. Most of the power really comes from when you actually get the car tuned. All right. And from your choice, what brand? I already told you the brand and everything. Snatch by forehead. I have a Luxe and ordered a sport lip and bumper, and it didn't fit for me, but it may be possible. It may not be. Wait, what? How did it not fit? How did the sport bumper? Oh, you ordered a. Okay, I have a Luxe and ordered a sport lip and bumper, and it didn't fit. That doesn't make sense. The bumper at Snatch Forehead, the bumper did not fit your Luxe. That's not possible. It has to fit your Luxe. Let me go down the comments. Whoa, I got a lot of comments. I gotta go a little quicker. Oh shoot. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm off to speed up on this. All right. Okay, Christopher says, thanks, Snatch. Okay, what's faster on the quarter mile? A rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive? All-wheel drive is going to be faster on the quarter mile. Sorry, it's just going to be. It has the better 60 foots. Rear-wheel drive has a really hard time getting 1.7 and 1.6. All-wheel drive is just more consistent. I am Ego. Any update on the Android plug-and-play? My Q50 is sexy, but the factory screens have no app and features. I forgot his name. There's a guy named Giovanni on Q50 Q60 forum. I'm not, even though I work with NAVIKS, I have the video. I'm just, I hate to say it because NAVIKS might be watching. Their device is good, but it's a little too late. There's other ones on the market now that are better. But I'm still gonna release the video. I really, they're gonna hate me when I bring out the video. But I'm gonna release the video. I'm gonna just release it because I like to be honest with you guys, but y'all not gonna like it. You're not gonna like my opinion. STILLEN intakes and STILLEN CATBACK exhaust. I know from your videos you don't rock these parts, but I haven't had any issues with the brand. I love STILLEN parts. Any feedback that you heard from the VR30 community, yeah, those are perfectly fine. STILLEN intakes, STILLEN CATBACK exhaust on the 3.7. For the 3.0T, the intakes were having issues with the mass airflow placement. So for the 3.0T, the mass airflow placement was giving you a lot of the car was bucking or hesitating because the mass airflows were designed not properly. But I don't know if they ever revised those mass airflows. Kevin, do you have any interest in a Tesla screen? Looking to get one in the near future. I really do like the Tesla screen, and to be honest, even though I have the NAVIKS unit on right now, I do want to end up getting that Tesla screen because they went through so much revisions that I know they're gonna get all the issues out, and it should be good. I just like how it looks. It makes the interior look newer. Not saying that our interiors are really dated. I don't consider our interiors dated. Some of you guys hate the interiors, but I believe that one solid screen just looks good and amazing. Okay. Is a Killer Chiller a good cooling option for 3.0T? I believe if you are a hardcore racer, one. Number two, if you live in a really, really hot climate, like some parts of Texas, and you usually never see anything below 60 or 50 degrees, the Killer Chiller is a good option. But this is really for when you know you're going to go to the track often, you're the type of guy who like to win races and take people's money, then that's something that you should do, that you should put the money and invest in, because it can bring down the coolant temperature and the heat exchangers to, I believe, almost 41 degrees. And that could be on a hot summer day. That's insane. So would I consider doing it right now? No, I ain't got the money. And two, I live in New York. So it wouldn't make sense. Like we experience a lot cooler temperature. Are Red Sports reliable on a tune for a daily? Well, it all depends. A 360R, that really depends on your tuner. It depends on how he tuned your car. If the parameters are too aggressive, the time makes it too aggressive, yeah, it can start beating on the car and, reliability go down. Guys, everyone who's watching, understand, when you modify your car, you're bringing down the reliability. Not really the 3.7s, but the 3.0Ts. If you're adding 100 to 200 pounds of torque on a car that was only getting 250 to 300, you're putting more stress on the internal components. After a while, yes, you will put more wear and tear on the car. That's why it's recommended to change your oil often, guys. They tell us to change our oil every 10,000 miles on a 0W20. They can screw that. I'm sorry, Nissan, if you watch him. No, I'm not changing my oil every 10,000 miles with a car that's putting out almost 400 pounds of torque. No, no. Because the more metal that gets into the oil, the more this metal starts to fill up certain clearances and gaps in the car, and sludge starts to build up. No, no. But as a daily, yes, I just answered the question. Wow, I got like 57 people. Oh my God, get them likes up. Get them likes up, please, guys. Come on. I want the likes to follow the viewership. Just to put your questions down below because I got a lot of questions I got to answer. Admin tuning. Well, I'm really far back. Okay, I'm like 10 minutes back. I just got robbed at gunpoint. They took my keys. How do I unlock my Infinity G37 without keys? Wait, what? They took your keys? But there's really no way to you gotta call a locksmith. That's one. But two, if you have the extra spare set of keys, let's say you kept the other key fob in the house, when you separate the key from the 1 second, guys, let me actually got my keys here. If you still have your other key fob, you open this, and this key from when I have my G, it should still be able to open the car door. It should be that little thing on the door, like a cap or something. You can still be able to stick this in here and manually unlock the door. You won't be able to start the car, but at least you'll be able to unlock the door. Give me a second, guys. I got to get back to all the questions you have asked me. 1 second, guys. I just got to go through. Never heard of the Killer Chiller. Snatchboy said, well, he never heard of Killer Chiller. Pretty much, it uses the refrigerant from your AC system, and it cools your heat exchanger coolant. Remember, the heat exchanger coolant is different than the coolant for the engine. Two different systems. So when you bring down the temperature of the heat exchanger coolant, you have cooler charged air temps, which just means it's cooler air going into the motor from the turbos, because turbos are compressing air, and guess what? When you compress air, you make it hotter, and if it's too hot and you add fuel and you add a spark, you have ignition, but it might explode before it hits TDC or top dead center. I'm sorry for the lingo, guys. Give me a second. Yo, I seen you on VQ NYC. You heard? It's John Viscotti a fucked up? Oh man. Real Cody, I never met John Viscotti at all. Never met the guy. I can't speak on him because I never met him. But I will say is this. When you talk to people in the community and they all say, don't deal with that guy, don't go to him. And it's not like 2 people. It's not like it's 5 people. It's like a good, I would say, of all the time of knowing of his name, at least over 50 people. But some of these people might not have gotten tuned by him or had any work with him. So I can't defend him. So I would say be wary. Hit him up if he does what he needs to get to. If he has good customer service with you, no problem. Bradford, what's going on, Bradford White? Yo, check out my boy Bradford White. He got a white Ultima, and he's doing an Ultima content. Because I have a few subscribers who have Ultimas too, or have Maximas, and that's the VQ life, that's the Nissan life. We all brothers here. So definitely check out his channel. Burble Tuners trash. Well, I got speed up. Okay, Flame. Okay, so taking out the cats will hurt the turbos. Yes, they will, because when you increase them, hasn't been my experience, but I'm only telling you from what other tuners and tuning shops have spoke about. Whenever you remove the cats from this car, yes, we want to reduce the amount of back pressure, right? So the turbines can spin as fast as they can, as quickly as they can, right? We know that. But also because these turbos spin so fast, they go up to about 300,000 RPMs a minute, which is insane. That's really fast for these small turbos. And the wastegates, the electronic wastegates, are so small. Whenever you're tuned, and or even when you're stock, when you remove that back pressure, the turbines actually overboost or overspin themselves. Now, if the turbines are overspinning themselves, guess what happens? More heat. Guess what happens to more heat? More heat fatigue. Guess what happens with that? The oil around that goes around these turbos starts to get really hot and thins out, and that pretty much breaks down the metal gaskets that's around the turbos. And if you're breaking down the metal gaskets, guess what starts happening? Oil starts to leak into the turbos, and then the turbos start to go. That's it. So you want to be able to have cats there so it can actually control, have some kind of back pressure on the turbine so that they don't overspin and spin themselves freely. Okay, that's just what the tuners told me. Hopefully, I broke that down good enough for you guys. I'm sorry if I didn't. Give me a second. I want to spin a little. Keep going with this. Wow. Well, one second, guys. I got a lot of questions here. Woo. If any of you guys see any questions in here that you got the answer to, definitely comment in the chat too, because I like this community help each other. And you know, when I get on a question, I talk at least 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, okay, BC Racing, hello, rated fam. R Star. I mean, I've heard Marcelo. I've definitely heard RSR down. RSR coilovers are definitely better, especially I believe that they can be electronically controlled now through the DD gas that's on the Red Sports. But these BC Racing coilovers I had since my 2015 Q50, so it swapped right over. So I was like, I'm not gonna go buy $1,700 coilovers when I already have coilovers right here. That's why I went. That's why I still have BCs. John says, have RSR Sports. I have coilovers after preload spring, after done, let it play when you have to move the spring. Okay, that's not really a question. Alfredo, good brake setup. If you have a my experience, if you have a non-red sport and you wanna non-sport where you have the regular non-sport calipers and you want to have good consistent brake, I'm talking about you do a lot of spirited driving, I would always recommend Hawk 5.0 pads. They're a little bit dusty, but they're gonna make sure you stop. Remember, guys, like you can go with a BBK, right? Just because you go with bigger brakes doesn't mean your car is gonna stop any shorter. All it helps is only thing bigger brakes actually do is help with brake fatigue from all the excess heat. So when you go with a better material, a better pad, now you're actually you have a pad with more friction and it's more consistent and it can absorb the heat a lot better. So my recommendation, Hawk 5.0 pads. I've had a lot of BBCs. I've had a lot of Hawk pads. I haven't had any stop techs, and someone else was recommending R1 concepts or something like that. I've never tried those pads before, so I can't recommend them. But I've heard good things about certain stop tech pads and R1 concept pads. And you can also just stick with regular rotors. I don't believe in going with drill and slide rotors. I've done that in the past. The holes on the drill and slide rotors always crack, and the regular slotted ones, usually they make this helicopter noise. I really don't like that helicopter noise it makes. So I always keep with just a regular solid rotor. Okay, yo, I have a 2008 G37 coupe. Do you think I would damage my engine if I put one of those butterfly valves on my exhaust? No, you wouldn't damage your engine at force at all. But why do you want to put a butterfly valve on your exhaust? I guess you want to control how loud it is, or a cutout. Yeah, you're perfectly fine if you want to put a cutout. But those cutouts do suck because the motors usually go out after a certain time. So you'll have to put the block off plate. So I'm just saying that's from what people have told me with the cutouts. And plus, I wanted a cutout before. I'm so sad. My $299 Q50 silver lease is ending in 2 months. What, $299 a month? What did you put money down? If you had to buy it, be a new Q60 or a used 55K R35. Yo, Nikita asked a good question, right? Because I like GTRs, right? But I would never buy a new car. So I would never buy a new Q60. I would buy one pre-owned for they're like $25,000 to $30,000 or $35,000 right now. So if the question is, would I get a $35,000 Q60? Well, let's say that 35. Let's say 30, because I'll say you can get a good Q60 2017 Silver Sport for $30,000 or a $55,000 R35. And they're both coupes. One is sexier, that's the Q60. One is faster, that's the GTR. They both are pretty dated. Oh man, this is hard. Here's the thing. Hear me out for all the people who are watching. If you're going to get an R35 for $55,000, if you've been watching the market, you're not going to lose much money on the R35 because a lot of people want to purchase the GTR R35. If you buy that Q60 in the next 2-3 years, it may only be worth about 20 grand. So if we're talking about still buying an iconic car and saving money, the R35. But if we just want to go with a car that's sexier, more up to date, the Q60. That's just my honest opinion. Let me just try to get to other questions because I know you guys got other questions. I got a 19 Red Sport all-wheel drive with Mishimoto Sport 4Ss. Those are good tires. You got rid of those stock tires quick. This is at Dave. So I just, okay, no luck getting the JB4 to work and they won't refund me. So I just want to do my exhaust. What would get the best results without creating? Well, Dave, at Dave M, that's watching, if you're still watching, bro, hit me, send, I don't know if you have IG, Boost in Motion on IG or Facebook, or you can send me an email at boostinmotion@gmail.com. I'm very surprised that they don't want to work with your JB4 if your JB4 is having an issue. Maybe you might have bought it secondhand or something. But send me an email. I want to see what's wrong. I mean, not with it. I wanted the unit, but I want to just see what's wrong with it. And if I believe I have the owner on Facebook, on one of my friends list, so I'm gonna have to hit him up. But just let me know what's going on. Jordan White. Will aftermarket 6-piston front and 4-piston BBK from a G37 and 370Z fit the Q60? Yes, it will. Sorry, Jordan, for taking so long. If you want to put the front 6-piston rotors and calipers on the front, it will work. The 4-piston in the rear will also work. But here's the thing. I don't believe you may have to go... This one thing I don't know. The rotors on the G37 versus the Q60, the Q50 are slightly different. Something with the rear hub and the pin and the handbrake. So they're designed a little wider for the rotor hat to fit. So I would recommend, Jordan, that you send a message to Z1 Motorsports and ask them, will that be an issue? Can you just use Q50 rotors, I would assume? Well, they'll probably come with their own rotors, though, if it's for the G37. So just hit them up about the 4-piston rotors. I mean, 4-piston calipers with the rotors for the rear. Hit up Z1 Motorsports because they have all the information. Okay. Just got my 2014 salvage Q50. What's the first step of mods I should do to get into it? I'm not no expert. Well, bro, you got to salvage. Hopefully it's not still broken. But if it is fixed, modifications, most people like to do exhaust first. So look into some good exhaust that you enjoy the sound with because you want to live with it. Some people always want a little bit more growl. So that would be my first modification. But if it wasn't a modification, I would do full maintenance. Change all the transmission fluid. Drain and refill, because it probably was never changed. So change out the transmission fluid. It's probably, if it doesn't have, if it has power steering, change out the power steering fluid, oil, all the rear diff fluid, front diff fluid. Just do a full service on the car because you want to make sure that you start on a good plateau. Okay. Been thinking about getting a Tesla screen. Is that okay? Tesla screen, I spoke about a little earlier. They had a few revisions. I think they're up to like Mark or whatever, like 4th revision now, and it's gotten a lot better. I don't own the unit, so I can't say go and get it. But there should be a Facebook group specifically for the Phoenix screen. So look it up on Facebook. I think it's Q50 or Insignia actually owns the channel. He also has a channel. His name is Insignia or Insigma. He actually does the reviews and everything on a Tesla screen. ASG. So if an all drive has a faster quarter mile, can you guess who is the half? Well, half mile, it's not really going to be much of a difference. It's the same exact motor. It's all depending on the tuner, bro. So if the tuner has a more aggressive tune on the all drive, it's going to beat it in a half a mile. But we're not talking about any crazy speed here or anything like that. Okay. Force Jam Mummer, Hussein, I think you need to go get a new key fob. Okay, yeah, facts. Thanks, bro. Okay, Snatch. Okay, Tesla or I keep misspelling Tesla. Tesla or Tesla screen. Tesla or Tesla screen. My man, 100 grand. Thank you for answering the least question, bro. Appreciate that, Scorpio. Donald, how do you get the clock on the top? How do you get the clock on the top screen? You have to go through the Excuse me, guys. You have to go through the menu on the middle edge. It'll be somewhere where you do like you can actually put like the car maintenance and different intervals and everything like that. So you can get the clock on the top screen. I actually can put it on mine. I have Navi, but I don't like the clock on the top screen. Um, you just have to go through it, bro. Force Jam, the 2000 Infinity Coupe. Do you think I should get exhaust cut out or do a muffler delete? I think I answered your question before. Um, I would. I probably already answered it, but in this case, get a muffler delete or an axle back. I would recommend you get an axle back. That usually has the canisters. Muffler deletes, it just you sound like a GTR, but it gets a little bit too drony. Um, For Jim, appreciate your efforts. Keep up with all the questions. Okay, good man. Thank you. You're welcome. Is there anything that the rear drive is better than the all drive? Will the all drive always beat the rear drive? Digs and rolls. Once again, it's very subjective on the tuner, and also on top of that, it should do better in the rolls. If it was the same exact tuner and the same exact firmware, it should be better in rolls, but not by much because drivetrain loss is usually between 15 and 20% for all-wheel drives, and for rear drive is somewhere between 10 and 15. So it all depends, but we're not talking any crazy difference here. We still have the same exact motor, same exact transmission. The only thing different I would say is if it's if you had, let's say, a Red Sport rear-wheel drive versus a luxe 3.0T rear-wheel drive, the Red Sport will win because its final drive is a little shorter. So if you want to talk about final drives, then yes, the Red Sport would win depending on if it's 3.0T versus a Red Sport. Okay, you a real one? Yo, use a type. Okay, if you used to own a type TL Type S. Nah, I never had a TL Type S, bro. What was your 3.7 horsepower after mods? Well, I never modified my 3.7 all the way. Just regular bolt-ons. I didn't even just did test pipes. I didn't do exhaust. I just did the test pipes and intake. That's it. I really kept it really simple. I did most of my modifications to my G37 though. That was my G37 sedan. My modifications on that was I had MEGEN test pipes, but then I had Burks. Then I had OBX. I think it was OBX, YPIPE, and MIDPIPE. I did have tried an AXLEBACK on it. Didn't like it, and I actually had them weld the MIDPIPE onto the muffler, which was funny. The stock muffler. It was mad weird. I know I did it. I enjoyed that car a lot, but it's not here no more. It's gone. I crashed it. What are some good brakes pads for the Ikebenos? From what I was told, the stock brakes are pretty good, but that's just for regular daily driving. But once again, I would always recommend Hawk 5.0 pads because that's what I use, but they're just a little dusty. They are expensive. They do wear out quicker, but they do stop the car repetitively too, consistently. I've noticed with the Hawk 5.0s, the first initial brake is pretty good. Then the second one feels like it fades a little bit. And then once the pad gets hotter and embeds itself more into the rotor, it's just more and more consistent. All right. Hey, what map can I run on my JB4 on my stock 3.0T on 93 fuel? Well, if you have a stock 3.0T 93 fuel, you can run up to map 7 because you have lower boost targets and it's on 93 fuel. Just understand the more you keep baiting on the car, if you're on stock heat exchanger, you're gonna gain less. You're gonna lose power because the car is starting to heat soak itself. I appreciate that, Nikita. I appreciate it. Enjoy the content over the years. Keep killing it. What part of BK you in? I live right around Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. Appreciate that very much. Shoot, thank you for the donation too. That's my shot. Let me give myself a shot a little later. Okay, will I pass smog with lower downpipes and CATBACK in California? Adrian, I don't live in California, but from what people have told me that talk to me, they're kind of strict over there. So I would not recommend getting low downpipes. But if any of you guys live in California right now with those modifications, please let Adrian know about some of the carb laws in California because I just wouldn't do it. Honestly, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't touch the cats at all because I know they care about cats. And I'm in the cat. Yeah. Curry, what's going on, man? What's going on? All right. Alfredo, know anything about specialty Z tuning? They're pretty good. He's been out. That company's been out for a good amount of while, and a few people I know have gotten tuned by that company, and I haven't heard anything bad about them. So, would I say go spend your money there? Just do your research. Join the Q50 Q60 group on Facebook and ask around. There's plenty of people that's willing to give you information and give their recommendations based on experience. Okay. Okay, DDG. Seems like these all-wheel Q50s cost more. Do you think you can get those around 4 seconds without too much money on a rear-wheel drive? It's hard to get that quick of a time on a rear-wheel drive, especially with our open diff and our ABS system jumping in the way. You would literally need, for you to get under 4 seconds on a rear-wheel drive on regular pavement, you're going to have to go with wider tires, stickier tires, LSD, and then a tune, of course. That's the only way you're going to get it under 4 seconds because you have to book and hook. So it's going to be hard for you guys. The thing is, rear drives are always going to have consistent good trap times, like all drives, but that 60 foot is what's going to always kill you guys. There's really no launch control from factory for us, for you guys anyway. I mean, either. Give me 1 second. I just want to get to more of the questions. Finally caught up with the comments. Thank you, bro. Real Cody. I've been trying my best. And yes, RP Kobe. For everyone that's watching right now, I want to just say this. Now, I'm not a Kobe fan. Hit me up. I'm not a Kobe fan, but I do respect his craft, and I do respect the man he was. That's it. No matter from what he may have done in the past and now, he was a father, he was a brother, he was a son, he was a friend, he was somebody to somebody out there. And all of us have lost someone we love and care about. So at the end of the day, I give much respect to any one of you guys and girls who have lost someone that you love and care about. And I just appreciate you guys taking the opportunity out the time out of your day just to sit here and talk to me. All right. So thank you guys. So hit that like too. But anyway, let's continue with these questions. Woo. Nuhan, have you heard any 2019s with belt issues? Yes, at Nuhan, yes. The belt issue, in my best experience, because I've experienced it, I haven't lost my belt, but because it starts to squeak, and I know after squeaking it gets worse, is this. The auto tensioner, it's an adjustable tensioner, pretty much that adds a tension to the belt so it stays on, the accessory belt. It's really spring-loaded really hard. And think about it, it sits in the engine bay, and it hits engine heat and it rotates and it's made of rubber and it has this tension that just keeps pushing and pushing on it and it's made of rubber. What happens to rubber over time? It starts to dry out because of excessive heat. You're adding excessive amount of friction to it. Guess what happens? It melts, it pops. So it's the auto tensioners that's killing it. So whenever you hear a squeak and it's getting worse, if you're not covered on the warranty, just buy the belt and change it. I wish I made a video on it. It took me 15 minutes to get it done. And I don't have to worry about being stuck on the side of the road. So it's literally something that's part of our regular maintenance. So if you have a used 3.0T, just change the belt. That's it. Just change the belt. $70 belt. Takes 15 minutes to change. Boom. Don't have to worry about nothing. Give me a second, guys. Thank you, man. I'm catching up with the comments. You are my VQ Q50 specialist. All right, bro. I appreciate that, man. Yo, guys, I can't wait to get my 3.7 G37 coupe. I just can't wait to get that manual so bad. Oh my god, I want to have a second car so I can do more stuff to this car. Like, I still want to go E85 on this car, even though people are running into issues running E85 on this platform. I want to be able to, unfortunately, go through it and give you guys the report on what I'm going through. But also, on top of that, I need a reliable daily car. And unfortunately, for me to have a reliable daily car, when I want to modify my Q50, I need a 3.7 VQ. Isn't that funny? Oh, man. What coil intake would you go with for your 3.0T? And do you like the AMS? I like the AMS ones because, one, they worked with Infinity. And this is when I was JB4. So I didn't want to purchase an intake system that I had to take off if anything bad happened. So that's why I went with AMS Infinity intakes. Now, knowing this, there are other intakes on the market now that do look pretty good and promising. Burger Tuning is still one of the cheapest ones, but I don't like the open air filter thing in the engine bay. I don't like that. Takeda AFE came out with their intake recently, and it has a similar closed design where pretty much it uses a stock engine shroud, and when you close the hood, the it has a casing around where it's supposed to still seal off the cone filter. So this is like their own heat shielding. So haven't heard too much people who purchased it, and hopefully someone might comment below they might have it. But it's relatively new to the market. But yes, I do like my AMS intakes. They're just too expensive. I understand the R&D they put into it, but it's too expensive. Whew. Okay. Oh man, seems like these questions came back up again. Good tuners for 3.7 Q50 near Brooklyn. At Donald, hit up admin tuning. He usually comes out, Monsef. He usually comes out to Brooklyn, New York every month or every 2 months, and he tunes a bunch of cars for like 3 days. He's one of the best VQ specialists out there. But if you want to drive up somewhere now rather than wait for him, oh God, I don't want to recommend him, but you have. I'm not gonna tell you to go anywhere. No. I'm not gonna tell you to go somewhere that I won't take my car. So I would say go to RT Tuning. That's in Pennsylvania. RT Tuning in Pennsylvania. They tune 3.7s. And that's about it. That's like the only close place I would say that dynos are 3.7s and can tune them. Everybody else flies here and tunes the car. So either Monsef from Admin Tuning or RT Tuning out in Pennsylvania. We drive over there. Okay. Okay. Phantom, I know you did the still and sway bar. How has your car been in wet weather? Okay, that's okay. Read a few things about cars sliding out if you corner too fast. At Phantom, the rear sway bar has nothing to do with that. That's with tires. Period. That's with tires. Sway bar just helps with shock and rebound and keeping the body roll minimal, but losing control and spinning out, that's really up to, guess what, the tires. So, and if you're on stock run flats, you're probably driving on skates right now. Just saying, ice skates. Okay. But yeah, the sway bar is perfectly fine. I had that on the car for a long time now, a very long time. So yeah, because I had that on my 3.7, then I put it on this car. Just removing the lower downpipes is illegal. Most states and wherever. Well, no, taking off any cats off your car is against the federal law. Period. But some states don't care, like Florida. Florida, you can do whatever you want. Just get your car inspected or however it's registered the one time, and then literally put an LS motor in there and rod the car out is all you want to do. Curry shot, can you run a staggered setup on an all-wheel drive? At Curry, yes, you can run a staggered setup on your all-wheel drive. I say that again for anyone's watching. If you have an all-wheel drive Q50 or Q60 or G37 or M37 or whatever all-wheel drive car you have, yes, you can have a staggered setup. What is a staggered setup? There's two types of staggered setups. The first staggered setup is the staggered setup where the front wheels are 18-inch wheels and the back wheels are 19-inch wheels. That's one way to be staggered. Then you have two. The other staggered is when you have a different tire size to the front and you have a different tire size to the rear. So for instance, like GTRs, you have 255/40 in the front and you have 285/35 in the rear. Okay. Now, I'm going to go in a few minutes, guys, so I'm going to have to try to answer some more of these. Wow, there's a lot more questions. Woo! To make it long story short, you have to have the diameter of the tire and the wheels within 3% from the front to the back. Okay? So based on the measurements on how tall the tire is compared to how tall the rear tire is, it has to be within 3%. Pretty much. So yes, you can have a staggered setup wheel. You can have 8.5s in the front. You can have 9.5s in the rear. That's how wide they are too. So you can have one of the common, like let's say if you wanted the 370 wheels, right? I believe they're 9.5s in the front and 10.5s in the rear, right? You can put the 245 in the front and you can put a 275/35 in the rear. I just know these numbers by heart because I used to work for BJ's Wholesale Club and I was trained by Michelin. So that's something I used to do back in the past, a long time ago. So I already know that's within that 3% range. So it's definitely possible. Use the tire calculator will they fit? I think it's will it fit or will they fit.com. Just put in your tire sizes and it'll literally tell you the components. Will they fit or will it fit.com. All right, gotta move forward. Did the pedal commander make your acceleration faster? I would say the pedal commander really helped me with brake boosting because our pedals are pretty much from factory. They're pretty much mushy. They don't really give a lot of aggressive feel from the throttles. But when you add in the pedal commander with brake boosting and with the JB4, it literally made the car just more reactive. Some people have told me that when they have done use it at the track, that it shaved some milliseconds off. Nothing crazy, but because the car didn't have that stutter step that was like you gave it gas and it's just like, I don't know if I want to go. Okay, let me go. It literally was like go, and the car just took off. So it just increases your throttle response. I don't think it made my car necessarily faster 0 to 60s. It just made my reaction time better. That's what I would say. Mr. Infinity, what's going on? What up, Bulls? Big fan. If I totaled my last tuned 19Q60 and bought a new 19Q60, can I switch to ECUs versus no. From what was told to me, this is not my experience. From what was told to me, your ECU has to be synced with your keys, the BCM, and a few other modules in the car, mobilizers and stuff like that, before you can just swap the ECU over. That was from what was told to me. That's it. So I take their word for it. Moving forward, Hollow, when you copping the G37, broski? I want to get the G before the summer, at least like April, May. But the thing is, guys, I'm trying to get a house. I live in Brooklyn, New York. If you know New York City prices, these houses are $400,000, $500,000, $600,000, $700,000. They're expensive, and for me to go get a second car right now would make sense, especially because I'm renting, and that would make sense. But I would love to get it like in May or April. I mean, even then, I could still finance it, but I don't want to add another loan or anything on my credit score or pretty much my credit profile, especially when I'm getting a house. I want to make sure all my debts are low or any debt at all. And you guys who already own houses, you know what I'm talking about. Anybody who just knows about credit, you guys know what I'm talking about. Scott, much love from the Dirty Jers. Gotta get down when you passing through. Okay, cool. Matt, Art grip exhaust for VR30. Art grip exhaust sounds great, just a little expensive, but it sounds great. I'm all for it. Egg Beater, love your videos. Anyone need OEM parts, give a shout out. I'll ship to you, located in Daytona Infinity in Florida. So shout out to Egg Beater TV. It seems like he works for Daytona Infinity in Florida, so that's a plug. That's a plug right there. Egg Beater, bro. Please don't advertise and scam people, bro. Because I don't want to recommend somebody and then they get scammed. So no one send PayPal as gifts here, please. No one says PayPal as gifts, okay? Do everything where you have to pay the fee or whatever the case might be. Takeda intakes versus STILLEN intakes for the VQ37. I would say Takeda because my preference is Takeda. I like Takeda intakes. I don't really prefer the STILLENs because it's an open filter, so that's just what it is. JC, installing AMS intakes on my Q60, I noticed a small pool of oil in the passenger side turbo inlet. Is this something I should be concerned about? At JC, from my experience and from asking a lot of the same questions to a few other people who've had their cars modified, and from me knowing our car with its catch can, that oil is coming from the PCV valve on the passenger side. Pretty much on high when the turbo is going to boost, it's trying to suck the blow-by gases out of the rear valve cover, which it's supposed to do, and that oil is now being sucked into the cold side of the turbo and it's coming out into post intercoolers, and that's why you see that oil buildup. That oil fill is actually coming from the PCV valve. So you're gonna ask me, is that normal? Yes, it is normal. That's from what everyone's telling me, and it makes sense. It just makes sense. The only way to get it to stop doing that is to probably block off the PCV valve too, but I don't think you want to do that yet, and I haven't got to do that on my car yet. So let's not talk about that part. But it's normal. It's not the turbo's not going bad. Okay, R grip exhaust full, like 1700 good for VQ30. I was gonna get the R pipe. Okay, cool. Do rep wheels last? At JM, yes. If you want to get rep wheels, bro, go get it. Rep wheels will last forever. You know what kills wheels, no matter if they're $4,000 or if they're $150 each? Tires. People go put on these 225, 35. And I know you got some of you guys watching my videos because I know you guys have hella flush or you bag. You put really skinny tires on, right? If you put rubber bands on your tires, there's no deflection. There's no way. The tire is supposed to protect the wheel. Okay, so when you hit a pothole, that's what prevents the wheel from bending. That's what happens. So people get these thin tires, and that's how the wheels break. So yes, my recommendation, if you want to go with more affordable wheels, get a proper tire size. I would stay away from anything that's a 35 wall unless it's a 275 or wider. Or if it's a 20-inch, maybe a 255, 35 at the most. But I would stay away from anything that's 35 wall. I would stick with majority of everything 40 wall, such as 245 40, 235 40, 255 40, or 275 35 and up. Maybe 255 on a 20 because sometimes depending on the wheel specs, But yes, how come my headlights don't turn off? What are you talking about? I assume you're talking about the daytime running lights. That's just something that's a federal law. We can't. They're supposed to have like the daytime running lights on after a certain year. They're supposed to have that. We always supposed to have daytime running lights. It's a federal law. Shout out to Florida. What's going on, bro? Our grip, okay, 1700. Okay, we are neighbors. I live on Notion Ave. All right, what's going on, Allen Rebuilds? What's going on, bro? We all in the hood, man. Anybody that like my merch too, check it out. Boost in motion. Some of my merch below. I'm gonna say it on video too, because you guys are watching. Some people had asked me like, "Yo, some of your merch is a little expensive." Reason being is Teespring, they price their stuff already expensive because they trying to get some money off of you. So my profit margin, I would say, is literally, because I like to be transparent with you guys. My profit margin is right around maybe 10 to 15%. Yeah, so if you buy, let's say the shirt is $50, right? And I'm only getting like $7 out of that, like $7. The rest is and then you still have to maybe pay for shipping. Teespring is literally making money off of it. That's why it's so expensive. So I mean, I'm sorry. I would love to make these hoodies. I would love to make these hoodies like $25 each, and I would love to make my t-shirts like 20 or 18. But Teespring, they already make the price of their material and just the whole how the business is run already kind of on the expensive side. So sorry about that, guys. But if you want to support me, support the channel, this is one of the best ways to help me out. For me to continue. 1 second, guys. I want to get back to the question, and my phone here is messing up. Ooh. Okay. 1 second, guys. Give me a second. Give me a second. Wow. Okay. You should do a 0 to 60 with pedal commander with and without with and without video. I'm a bit confused on that, but I did do a pedal commander video, videos in the past. It'll be hard for me to get the reaction time because the reaction time would only really help maybe at the track, and I'm not gonna pay a lot of money and time just to go 2 hours to the track just to see if a pedal commander work. And I barely use my pedal commander as it is because now I'm tuned. They made changes to my throttle response, so I don't really need the pedal commander like that unless I want to do some ratchet shit. The ECU is married, not divorced. Okay, ha. Another question is it a bad idea to put blow valves on the 3.0T, especially if I'm trying to get lower 55 seconds? I was told I lose power. No, you don't lose power on blow valves. Blow valves are only there as a preventative measure whenever you let go of the gas pedal, that the excess pressure from the turbos gets to release to the atmosphere. That's all they are there for. You don't lose power when you add blow valves unless there's a boost leak. Okay. 1K to race you. I live in Brooklyn too. At Tristan. Nah, bro, I'm not doing that racing thing. Like I don't really believe in that like ratchet stuff. Because number one, I live in Brooklyn, so I bump into a lot of you dudes. That's number one. Number two, once someone knows you, the police know you too. I have followers and subscribers and followers. They're law enforcement. From the questions I get, like, yeah, I have like one or two feds. I was like, yeah, they were straight up like, yeah, I work for here. And I'm like, ooh, okay. They just let me know their status. Also, a few troopers, a few officers, lawyers, judges. You know, some people get this car as their second car for their wife, and they want to know how good it is. So I meet a lot of people in my DMs that ask me about this car. So I have to be careful on what I do on video because I don't want to be like these other people who get arrested for some BS bullshit. That's why I don't have a bunch of race videos or anything in the midnight just running people on the highway. I don't do that because it's gonna come back to me. And I enjoy my car insurance actually finally going down because if you live in New York City or a populated city, you know these insurance get expensive. Okay, RP down Flatbush. What's going on, Michael? What happened to Phil? What happened to Phil? No, Phil is, if that's the Phil you're thinking about with the 3.7 that had it built with the supercharger and the built 7 speed. No, I believe he moved to Florida. I remember he moved to Florida. He sold the car, parted it out. He's living his life. I believe he got on that Bitcoin. When Bitcoin started going up, I think he was doing Ethereum and everything like that. And I know he probably cashed out and made some money off of that. Lizard Drew fell off when the Q50 Q60 came out. Yeah, okay, cool. What's your opinion on lower downpipes for Q50 Q60? Will I melt anything? No. At Javin, you're not gonna melt anything, bro. Lower downpipes. You're not gonna have any issues. Don't worry about it. It's been out. It's been out for at least almost 2 years now. No one has anything with melting issues or anything like that. No. Billy, any recommendations for my stock 2014 I just got? Maintenance. It's 2014. We're in 2020. They probably never change that transmission fluid. So you're gonna need I would assume, I don't know how much quartz you're gonna need, but you're gonna need a lot. Just take it to the dealer if you really want, but change out the transmission fluid. They're gonna tell you no, it's lifetime warranty. I mean lifetime transmission fluid. No, change out the transmission fluid. It gets black over depending on how much miles you have, and the transmission shifts are gonna get firmer and just more better. Period. This is just a known fact. So transmission fluid change, transfer case, rear diff fluid, and front diff fluid if you all-wheel drive. If you're on power steering fluid too, if you have power steering, if you don't, you have electrical steering, so you don't have to worry about that. After that, performance modifications, I always sit there and say it. Go with exhaust first, a CATBACK, because everyone cares about sound, and we all love a good sounding exhaust. You mad smart, Matt. Now, Matt, I'm not really smart, bro. I don't think it. I take it as this. I take it as I take my time out. I read. I research, and for me to be well versed at this, I need to like experience it. So either I learn through experience or I learn through just reading. That's it. And a lot of this I learned from when I had a Maxima. So yeah, Maxima days. At Phantom, add one catch can or Mishimoto. I see version 3 does have a passenger side. I actually shot a video today. They sent me the version 3 of the catch can. So yeah, I'm gonna have to bring that video out. But Mishimoto is too expensive, and knowing that the version 3 uses both sides, it seems like they're gonna corner the market now because it makes sense. But they probably raised the price, I would assume, but hopefully they didn't. And I do want to apologize to anybody who went out and bought AdW1, the first version or the second version, because you guys took my word and went and bought it, and now there's a version 3 because their engineers or whoever they looked into it was like, hey, the passenger side also has blow-by gas coming from the crankcase, so we need to make a revised kit, which I understand they did, but I'm sorry that you guys went and purchased the first one. I would go with AdW1 though. The Mishimoto is just too expensive. I don't see the added cost for what. Robless, yo, what's going on, bro? What's going on, Robless? All right. Enjoy your videos. Tristan, come on, bro. Nah, man, I'm not racing you, dude. You should do a video on what to look for when buying a used Q50 Q60. Honestly, on video, if I had to think about it right now, if you're buying a 3.7 Q50, honestly, well, first you gotta look through your Carfax to see if it was an accident. So let's be honest, accident. Two, just check all the fluids. And all the fluids that you could check, oil. You can't check the transmission fluid. You can't check the red diff and all that stuff. Like visually, if you just went to a car lot. But if you got the car inspected, like if you paid an inspector, there's actual people you can pay to inspect these cars to see if they're good for you, or take it to a specific shop so they can put it on a lift and actually look into things. They're out there. You just pay a little extra money for it's added cost, but it's for a reason. When it comes to the 3.0 Ts, though, if I had to go and buy a used 3.0 T right now, I would probably pay an inspector to literally take if it's sold by an Infinity. I would either get a CPO too, certified pre-owned. But if it's not certified pre-owned, I would probably take it to an inspector or try to get it inspected, because if the turbos have any play in the shaft on the propellers, or pretty much the fins or whatever they call them, I wouldn't get the car, because you know that the turbo is going to go in the future. Turbos have a certain amount of shaft play over the longevity of the turbo. So that's what I would necessarily care about the most on the 3.0 T if I was buying it used. Otherwise than that, sensors go. Transmission fluid, not really something that goes. You just look for any random leaks that may be coming from somewhere, such as valve covers or red diffs or main seal, anything like that. But if the bottom of the car is dry, all the heat and AC works, the car starts to fine. These cars are fairly new. Nissan does a really good job making their cars decently reliable for longevity of time. But because now it has two turbos, that is the number one thing I will look at. Yo, who's watching? Yo, I got 72 likes, man. If any of you guys are in the chat right now and haven't liked this video, hit like. See if I can get to 100 likes before I end this chat with you guys. So definitely hit that like button. I'm not ending it right now, though. And shout out to the person that donated the shot. I mean, yo, guys, I'm being straight up with you guys, because I enjoy talking with you guys. And if you don't have me on Boost Emotion IG, definitely add me there, because I go live a little bit more often. But I try to find a time out to actually talk to you guys, and I try to do at least once a month. I should have at least. I need to get better at this YouTubing thing. But I just appreciate the journey I'm going on with you guys, and some of you definitely hit up my DM and y'all want to let me know if I'm sad. Y'all be like, yo, bro, I saw with that last video, man. It hurts me too. And some other people hit me up for advice and stuff. I take the time out of my day to answer you guys' questions. And, YouTube, yes, YouTube is paying me because I'm monetized, but they're not paying me to take the time out to really answer you guys' questions. And, any donation counts, because it goes towards that blue car outside. It goes to get tires. People want me to get a LSD and a rear diff, and I'm just like, I don't got the money for that right now. But I'm not begging you guys for money. I'm just saying donations, or at least likes count. At least let me get the free like. Give me that at least. Let me get back to the questions. Family cruising, for example. Police know, and when you attach ratchet. Okay, yeah, facts. Insurance are high out here. When the meet. At Gilbert. I had my first meet in Brooklyn, New York. That video is actually going to come out this Monday. So you guys may enjoy that video. So be on the lookout for the video that's going to drop Monday. I might enjoy that video. And some other surprises. Hopefully no one comments in the chat on how this meet went. Please don't comment in the chat. Let the people see it on video. But I'm going to have a meet in April. I want to have a YouTube meet once every season. So I had my first YouTube meet in Brooklyn, so I'll leave that as the first one. But I want to have like a YouTube meet once every season. So April will be, of course, spring, and then one in summer, and then one in fall, and continue. But I'm gonna try to go to Atco Raceway in New Jersey somewhere in March, April too. So I'll probably make that its own meet, because people live close and might want to come to the track, because I might want to hit a record or two. But I'm gonna try to do everything close over here within the tri-state area, because it's easier for me. I don't want to drive too far away. I'm losing some of you guys. All right. Do you suggest lower downs or fulls? No, do not do fulls unless they're catted. If you want to do full downpipes in your 3.0 T, get catted. Do not get catless. Okay. You guys are gonna ask me why, Boost? Because you will destroy your turbos. It's hard for the tuners to adjust. It's hard for tuners to tune or with Catless downpipes because the turbines spin too quick and they can't alleviate a lot of the excess exhaust gases. And lower downs are really good. I like lower downs. Okay, I gapped the Q60 on the Bell Parkway with my 335i. Of course you do. It's basically the modern 2JZ, man. N54, bro. Of course. But can you do it in a dig, though? Nah, but let me keep going. VQ37 gang. What do you know about the Tomy test pipes? I got it for my 3.7, but haven't installed them yet. Tomy is just one of those more expensive brands. It's like Arc and got those exhausts, whatever. Pretty much, it's just higher quality handmade work, but you're not gonna gain much power compared to. I'm sorry, I'm being honest with you. Please don't get mad at me, but you're not gonna really gain really any power over someone who had, let's say, Brook test pipes or 1320 test pipes because it's just pipe. You're basically paying for the name and brand. But some people like high quality parts, man. Some people want to have like, well, this watch right now is a Kenneth Cole watch. But some of you guys who are into watches know that, yo, Kenneth Cole, boy, you better get that out of here. You better get a Rolex, exactly. But moving forward, let me see. 2018 Red Sport is what I'm asking about downpipes on. Okay, yeah, you could just downpipes would be perfectly fine on a Red Sport, bro. I'm telling you. Any more issues with the axle? I can't answer that question because I don't know what axle I'm up to now. I can't answer that question. Speed Culture Studio says 3.7 can benefit from catch cans. What's your opinion? Yes, he's completely right. And shout out to Speed Culture Studios for that. Catch cans are really good because, once again, the blowback gas is getting your crankcase, and because it's going back into the intake track, it dirties up your throttle bodies. It dirties up your intake. We do have 3.7s have port injection, so the fuel actually cleans the top of the valves. But at the end of the day, over time, will start to collect in the intake manifold, and it's still getting into the combustion chamber too. So, don't you want to be able to not have all that oil vapor get into the combustion chamber? No. So, my recommendation, yes, all catch cans can definitely work with 3.7. Also, 3.5s use a lot too. This is a real thing. Oh, shout out to VQ37 for that, man. I appreciate that very much. $500 card bill tomorrow, and I'm broke. But here you go, bro. Thanks for being so helpful. I appreciate, man. Thank you for the shot. I appreciate it so much, man. Whew. If the 3.7 3.0T do a 40 or 60 roll, which one would be faster? Stock per stock, 3.0T versus 3.7. It depends really who goes first, but I've heard plenty of times the 3.7 gets it, stock for stock. Roll racing, it always gets it because it doesn't have that heat soaking issue like the 3.0Ts have. Okay, Bill Bixie, appreciate that boost. I'm a guy in Houston. You told to go to AWM for the tune. Okay, cool. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Bill. Check him out. He's relatively new to the market, but I've been seeing a few of the cars that are tuned, and they put out some good numbers. And they're working with a few people that I already know in the community on their tunes. So I'm like, I haven't heard anything bad yet. Okay, so hopefully they'll hook you up and take care of you. I got an N55, not an N54, but I'm stage 2. Ooh, okay, yeah, you putting out good power then. I mean, I'm not really a fan of the N55. I feel like the N54 was just better. You know, it seemed like they just dumbed down the N55. But you're on the E85 mix. You're probably on the E30, E50 mix. Yeah, if you're stick to, you're probably really quick. I'm not. I don't have much power, bro. I'm probably somewhere around 430 to 450 wheel. That's it. That's not much. I'm not making crazy amount of power, bro. Okay, Tristan. Okay, cool. AR, once I got a tune, do you suggest I keep the JB for a tune? At Bill Bixie. Well, first thing, shout out to Hishman. I appreciate you very much, man. Appreciate that's K A, that's CA, that's Canadian. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you, A. I appreciate it. What's the number one thing you want Infinity to upgrade in their future Q50? Ooh, I'm gonna answer the other. Now I gotta answer this question because he gave me that shot. So, what I want, the number one thing I want they to upgrade. If I right now with my car, I would want them to use more efficient turbos. That's it. I'm okay with the 7-speed. You guys may not like the 7-speed, but it's handling the torque. I'm okay with the 3-liter motor because you know what? It is what it is. We can't get a 4-liter. But the turbos aren't efficient enough. Knowing that pure turbos, RT tuning, have their own upgraded turbine wheels, right? They're pretty much the stock units with just a more efficient fins or turbines. That means that Infinity could have been like, yo, they had a shelf with turbines on it, right? And they were like, yo, you can either use these turbines or you can use these. And they were like, well, how much more do we have to get these ones? Well, these are like 15 cents more. But if you go with these, the car makes less power and you save 15 cents. And they were like, damn, we got to put them on all of these cars. So let's just get the cheaper ones. That's exactly what Infinity did. Because when you look at, let's say, F80 M3, M4s, right? Their turbos are pretty efficient. Yes, they have upgraded pure turbos too, but their turbines are pretty efficient. They don't lose power at the higher RPM. Our cars lose power after 5,000 RPM because the turbines aren't efficient enough, and we don't have a efficient enough cooling. And even with the upgraded cooling system we add, the turbines still aren't efficient enough. Period. So we have to literally run more boost. And when you run more boost, it gets too hot and you run into NOx. So we have to lower the boost. But if you lower the boost, you don't have much power. And that stinks. So that's the number one thing I wish Infinity would update when it comes to this platform that I have right now. Just better turbos. Or better, more efficient turbos. Everything else, there's the aftermarket. Shout out to, appreciate that shot, bro. Appreciate that shot. Ooh, okay, said, once you get a tune, do you suggest keep the JB4 or ECU, or just keep the ECU Tech tune? You could just sell the JB4. The JB4 is really easy. And once you go full-fledged tune, the JB4 is good to have for data logging, easy data logging. And it's good to add in like a valet mode and everything like that. But after a while, it becomes a paperweight, and it's money, so why not sell it? Okay, William said 3-inch or 2.5-inch exhaust CATBACK. To be quite honest, bro, from what the tuners and other companies have stated, 3-inch, there's really no benefit in 3-inch on this platform. That's what they have stated. But on the 3.7, from what I've been told, which is weird, and it probably applies to the 3.0T too. When you go 3-inch single, so you have the YPIPE, right? The YPIPE that comes like this, and once they go into that collector, single straight to the back, tuners have stated that you gain a little bit more extra top end wheel horsepower, because I guess it helps with exhaust velocity. So I would say if it's 3-inch single, from what they state, sounds like it works. But if it's not, no. Okay, well, I got another one. Wow. Whoa. Hashim, I appreciate that, man. With the 5, this should make up for the difference in exchange rate. Thanks, man. No, I didn't think about it, okay, man. You bought me enough shots, bro. It's probably $5. I mean, your shots are probably cheaper up there, too, because the NYC got these inflated prices for shots. But I appreciate all the love, and I appreciate it, man. Let me see. Curry said, man, so 3.0T versus Red Sport. 3.0T, I saw your video on why you recommend a 3.0T or Red Sport. In a nutshell, could I get rid of the limitation on the Red Sport to produce more power? No, the limitation on the Red Sport, those what is those things called? I forgot what they are. The sensors for the turbos. Those don't even do anything. Once you're tuned, they don't even matter. They don't even matter. They don't even care. They literally just delete them out of the software. They don't really care. They're there. It's good that they're there so they can read how fast the turbines spin, but they don't really inhibit any power. I would always recommend only the 3.0T Sport because it has all the sport packaging. That's it. There's no, sorry for my Red Sport guys who are watching. Don't get mad at me. It's just that if you're buying a stock Red Sport and you keep it mainly stock, maybe a JB4, then cool. But if you're like, yo, I want to get a 3.0T to full send, I would say get a 3.0T Sport because you save money. Oh, shout out to fam. I appreciate that very much, man. Your videos helped out a lot, bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. That's a shot too, man. $3 shot. Shoot, I don't mind that. Whew. So yeah, guys, I finally got to the end of the questions. Updates. updates, quick updates, because it's late. Ooh, it's almost 10 o'clock. So, man, anybody that's in the chat right now, hit the like button. Let me see if I can get 100 likes before I end up this video, and maybe 1 or 2 more questions. But updates for the channel, like I made the 2020 goals video for some of the people who might not have watched. My goals for the channel is to continue to grow the channel, gain some more subscribers. Of course, that's gonna happen naturally. We know that. Number two thing I'm trying to do is I want to go for a pump gas record. Right now, Daniel, I don't know if he's watching. Pump gas record right now is right around 11.2 to 11.4. That's ranging between Daniel and Enthusiast POV. I believe I can get there, but I just need better tires and maybe a refresh tune. So that's something I want to go with. 3, I want to travel a little bit more this year. I don't make a lot of money. I'm a regular daily guy like you guys, 9 to 5. But I do want to travel a little bit more and go to a few more places. So one of the places I really want to visit is Dallas, because Enthusiast POV lives over there. Miami, because I do like Miami. I want to go back to Georgia again. I had a good time in Georgia. But Cali, I gotta visit Cali, my LA guys. And anybody else that's sorry, I really can't get to the Midwest because I've been to Chicago before. I enjoyed Chicago, but I don't really know too much other cities out there, and I don't think I have much of a big fan base there. Maybe Cincinnati and a few other towns. Maybe like if it's like your best city or town in your state, I want to visit. But yeah, I mean, yo, just shout me out. I mean, shout whoever's watching. Just put your city in the chat. Maybe I'll know if I know there's a big community there and it's a nice city I've always wanted to visit. I'll go check it out with no problem. Period, no problem. And finally, honestly, I just want to continue to document my journey with this car. On top of that, get the G37 coupe 6-speed manual, so I can now have VQ content for you guys, and keep going. Just keep pushing the platform and doing better. That's honestly what I want to continue to do, and just give you guys the information that you need. Because guess what, guys? You guys are watching me for free. You guys are literally watching me for free. And I'm giving you guys information on documenting everything. So I'm going to answer these last 2 questions, and that's it. Is arc pipes good? Yes, they sound great, high quality, just a little expensive. You're not really gaining extra power spending more money on them, but they're good quality, they last long, and they usually give a better sound quality. It's really just for the sound and the quality build. And lastly, Curry, what year GTR if you're going... What year GTR, if you were to buy, you think would be 13 or better? From what I read when I looked into GTRs, the best year to buy is like the 2012, 2013, because they said there was a few different changes in the firmware, the software on the ECU. Also, the turbos are slightly different, and I believe they revised the transmission. So that's the GTR I would actually go with. So you actually got it right. You probably already knew the answer. And if I was going to change out the turbos, I would just go with Nismo turbos on the GTR. So, yeah. Oh, man, I didn't make it to 100 likes, man. Whoever's watching, hit that bell. Hit that like button. I was trying to get to 100 likes before I leave you guys, man. Damn, I can't leave without answering you guys' question, though. Yo, Boost, you got an email for people to reach you to? Yeah, bro. I say that at the start of every video. You can contact me at Boost in Motion on IG. You can contact me at Boost in Motion on Facebook. Cause I actually have a Boost in Motion Facebook page. And finally, you can contact me at boostinmotion@gmail.com. Like, that's like all my information, my social medias and everything, so you guys can contact me. IG be a lot of questions. I get a lot of questions on IG. That's the easiest way to contact me. The Gmail is, I have a good about 10 to 15 people that hit me up. And Facebook, I thought it would be a lot more people contact me on Facebook, but they really don't. But you can also contact me on Boost in Motion on Facebook too. 6 likes away from 100, guys. Come on, if you're watching, hit that like button. Come on, give it to me. I was hanging out with you guys for like 2 hours. Help me out. Get that 6 likes. Any more questions? I hit you. Okay, I already hit the thumbs. I appreciate that, bro. Nah, I didn't know. I was like 09. Yeah, the 09 is too old. And of course, if it's 09 GTR, it was beat on. They beat on that GTR, dude. It's just what it is. Like, that's someone buying a 2016 Red Sport. You know they beat on it. You know they destroyed that Red Sport. Oh, shout Shout out to Rick Reyes, bro. I appreciate that very much. On a RS with JB4, is it worth upgrading to ECU Tech? 100%. Like, it's always going to be worth getting a full-fledged tune because you're going to get the added performance and you get the most out of your car. But I would say, Reyes, before you just go get your car tuned, research the parts you want to get for the car, such as do you want to do lower downpipe, research the exhaust. That doesn't really matter what exhaust you get. You're going to gain the same amount of power regardless, but they all sound a little different. Upgrade your heat exchanger. There's plenty of heat exchangers on the market now. Before, when I first came, there was only like 2 or 3. Now there's like 7. So AMS heat exchanger, PLM heat exchanger, Mishimoto heat exchanger, Burger Tuna heat exchanger, Viscotti's heat exchanger. So there's different ones in the market, and you can go with intakes. Of course, I always recommend AMSs because they're expensive, but they still kind of warranty friendly. And finally, some good set of tires because you're gonna need them because my tires can't handle it. So it's definitely worth it. So I appreciate that very much, Reyes, for that shot. And can I fit a G37 single exit exhaust in my Q50? The Y pipes fit; they're interchangeable, but you're gonna have to extend. Repeat, you're gonna have to extend the G37 single exit for it to be longer. It's too short. It bolts up, but it'll be too short. So you're gonna have to extend it and add a pipe for it to be longer. If you have a good welder or anyone who welds, you'll get it done. I'm telling you. But the Y pipe is interchangeable. All right, much love. Thank you so much, Rick Reyes. Curry shot. Can't wait until you get the G37. Just don't get married, man. Oh, I'm not trying to get married yet. I'm trying to enjoy this money, man. I'm trying to enjoy this money and get my money up, and I gotta get this house. Oh, I'm 2 likes away. Oh man, I'm 2 likes away from 100 though. I can't leave. I can't leave until I get those 2 likes. Oh my God. Wow. You guys are holding me out. You guys can ask me like 50 questions until I get those 2 likes. Man. Oh, appreciate that, Curry. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for the shot. I appreciate that. Wow, 1 more like, and then I could go. I'm not trying to go, but remember, guys, if you want to contact me, Boosted Motion IG, Facebook, and Boosted Motion on gmail.com. You guys have a good morning, good afternoon, good night. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Love you guys. Much love and respect. You have a good day. Boost, the real one. I appreciate that. Thank you for the 101, man. Y'all have a good night, bro. Oh, man, I'm tired. I'm out here living. I'm living. I don't even know how to get off of this. That's how you know I started it up. But you want to stop streaming? Yep. All right, guys. Check you later.